I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking of right now. I'm not gonna. I can't. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of something else. I haven't even read this yet. I'm thinking of something else. Something else is going on in my head right now. Something else. It's a joke that's going on in my head, but I can't. I can't. I can't say it. I cannot say it. It's a freaking joke that Cobb would enjoy, and he would enjoy. Gotta climb this building. My first placing was on the 10th floor. This fucking sucks. Holding shit up. 10 fights on the stairs. Couple of. Damn! Damn, no elevator. Damn, what the fuck? Damn! Fuck, I can't even say that. I can't even say that. I can't even say that. My gosh, you can't say that either. Because Cobb always make an excuse. Next draft. Next draft. Oh my fucking gosh. We sending Cobb next draft. We sending Cobb in some freaking Fallout body armor. Freaking. You gonna have a power suit. It's a joke that we always make. Or what I always make, I always say that I'm gonna send freaking Cobb. Cobb coming to war. Cobb coming to war with me the next freaking war. And we gonna put him in freaking power armor. Cause he always say he can't go to war because he got diabetes. So I said that ain't no excuse. You going in a fucking power armor suit, freaking bringing you. Go ahead, Inspector Smith. Damn. Oh my god. I'm just joking, by the way, but I'm dead. It'd be like Paul. put a bark on you, especially that's who you screw for the day. Facts, just give him some Skittles, you'll be good. Be good. Oh my gosh. Right next to the flashbang. Dang, y'all got the freaking Mohawks in y'all freaking boot camp? What the fuck? Mohawks allowed in boot camp? Wait. I ain't gonna lie, that rifle looks so fucking ugly though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it. It reminds me of that Swedish fucking AK, that AK-5C. It reminds me of that with that green. I don't like it. I don't freaking like it. Yeah. How much is that freaking rifle? 2,400? 2,400. 2,400. Wait. And it shoot 5.56? What the fuck? Damn. Some. Well, it's Canadian. Yeah, but Canadian is freaking. That's freaking overpriced as hell. Especially for a 5.56. That is overpriced as hell. Dang. Inspection time. Getting inspected right now. It has officially been 12 hours. A 12-hour stream. For no reason. For no freaking reason at all. None of reason. Then go to sleep. What you mean? Person Personally, I'm not like sleepy. Like I'm kind of chill right now. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm just chillaxing. Super chillaxing. Mm-mm-mm. I'm dead. What the fuck? I'm dead. That's crazy. Sharing a 1980s freaking canteen is crazy. That shit crazy, bruh. What about Ninja Turtles? What about the Ninja Turtles? Ninja Turtles? You talking about these Ninja Turtles? Talking about them? Oh.
Sleep is he, the ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract.
Oh my gosh. Why am I fighting the freaking volume bar? Whatever.
Where's Veer on dry road? Aye, the devil's after it. Running from.
I don't want to disappear every time I try and change it. Damn, RP all your money. That shit gone. Siri!
Salt.
No, not you, Siri. Not Apple Siri. No.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Dang, so Siri gonna be the main character?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Hey, not even at the Land Exeter Fair! Now, 9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wait, and the fair's wait grants good fortune.
Which here, have they?
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
Silver, round ones, what jingle in my purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon you ladies after one of them.
Curse. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you. to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. We've worked.
Hell yeah. The freaking Witcher 4. What the heck? Top seller is global. Upcoming. Disney Dreamlight Valley's getting another expansion. I thought they just got one. I see no good games coming out. Just all indie games. No main titles. Which all the main titles that came out for this year, damn near already. Yeah, already out. Dune Awakening having their free weekend. Please place all linen in the elevator room on Tuesday.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into everything coming in Delta Force Season 6. We'll start with a detailed breakdown of the new Operator Raptor, then move into the brand new Layali Grove event Wildfire. After that, I'll cover an in-depth analysis of the new weapons and their stats, balance changes to both weapons and operators, plus the exciting new items coming to operations. We'll also take a look at the new Red Tier Inspect animations, fresh missions arriving in the prison map, and the long-awaited loot protection system. On the warfare side, I'll be showcasing the new Fault map, fighter jets, and enhancements to Victory Unite mode, along with 5 new game modes including Team Deathmatch, Ground and Air Raid, Knife Fights, and more. Finally, we'll go over all the cosmetics and free rewards you can expect this season. I've added timestamps so you can jump to whichever section interests you the most. Without further delay, let's get right into it. First, let's break down Raptor's skills in detail and see how he actually works in combat. Raptor is joining as the 3rd recon operator in Delta Force, and he brings some powerful scout abilities, but they aren't exactly stealthy, and you'll see why by the end of this video. Let's start with his throwable EMP grenade, and then make our way into his ultimate. The EMP has a 55-second cooldown, and you can carry 2 at a time, with a range of 10 meters. It doesn't deal any damage, but it can disable all enemy electronic skills for 15 seconds. On top of that, it also disables enemy electronic equipment, attachments, and optics. For example, the reticle disappears on a holographic scope, and the laser becomes invisible on weapons. You can still use tactical stance, but your accuracy is reduced during that time. For scopes, there's no accuracy penalty, but hitting shots becomes harder without the red dot in the center. When you're hit by an EMP, you also get shocked for half a second, preventing you from aiming or running, though you can still hip-fire your weapon. It can also destroy nearby electronic gadgets like sonic traps. Next, let's move on to Raptor's tactical gadget, the Silver Wing. This deploys a manually controlled drone that marks enemies within its 90-meter field of view. It has a 1-minute cooldown and a 20-second flight time. The drone moves at 10 meters per second, which is much slower compared to Uluru's loitering ammunition, which moves at 27 meters per second. For comparison, a character sprinting at full speed runs at 7 meters per second, so the drone is only slightly faster. You control the drone with your mouse to steer, pressing W to move forward, space to ascend, and control to descend. Once the drone detects a target, it keeps tagging them even through smoke. The only way to stop it is by shooting it down. It's also quite loud and easily visible in the sky, plus it gives the same detection message you see when Luna scans you. If you don't destroy it in time, the enemy can activate self-destruction mode, and if it hits you, it deals 20 damage and drops an EMP grenade, applying all the EMP effects I explained earlier. Once self-destruction begins, the battery drains quickly, but during this phase it can move at 30 meters per second. If it doesn't reach its target before the battery runs out, it explodes mid-air. So you'll need to practice to use it effectively. Next, we have Raptor's passive, and this one is extremely powerful. It's called Trace Tracker, and it allows him to see recent enemy footprints on the ground. When he scans those footprints or opens
Why are they bringing the Call of Duty perk up in here? What the heck?
containers, it reveals the player's ID, their gear levels, their current location, and even the distance to their position. It also shows how old those traces are, which makes tracking much more precise. Then there's his ultimate, Trace Detection. This automatically detects enemies within a 30-meter radius, but you can also use it in combination with his passive. By tracing a footprint first, then activating the ultimate, you can detect enemies outside that 30-meter range. Once activated, the spy camera follows the enemy and attaches to his shoulder, revealing their location 5 times in 1-second intervals. During this time, you can even switch to the shoulder camera and see their surroundings. The camera moves as the enemy moves, and if it spots their teammates while scanning, they'll also be marked. After 3 seconds, the enemy can remove the camera from their shoulder and destroy it, which also reveals the location where the camera was released. This means they'll know your position too. Overall, this is going to be a nightmare for players who love to rat or play solo. Honestly, with this new operator, the devs could finally introduce a proper solo mode, because Raptor makes it very difficult for people to hide in corners to steal loot and run away. And I think now is the perfect time, especially since console players are here. There's no reason to delay it any further. Type yes in the comments if you agree that we need a solo mode, at least on weekends. By the way, it was discovered during the test server that Raptor's ultimate spy cam could actually follow a trace that was almost 10 minutes old. The footprint was found at Blue Wharf in Lyali, and the enemy was eventually tracked all the way to Desert Trail Farm near the extraction point. That's kind of outrageous, isn't it? Now, let's move on to everything you need to know about the brand new wildfire event in the Lyali Grove map. At the start of the match, there will be a special animation indicating the event. Then, after 7 minutes into the game, a thick fog rolls in, cutting visibility down to just 30 to 40 meters. That makes Raptor or Luna must have operators here since they can detect enemies even under the fog. Thermal scopes also work through the fog, so expect them to be extremely expensive in Season 6. The church in Lyali now has a permanent burning effect during this event, and you'll also find 3 additional small safes to loot. But be careful inside, the fire isn't even the biggest danger. There's lava inside, and if you can't run to safety fast enough and extinguish yourself quickly, you'll burn to death. On top of that, 2 airdrops will spawn during the event, and the loot inside looks pretty solid. So far, we know of 2 possible airdrop locations, but there might be more once the event goes live. Next, let's talk about some operator balance changes. First up, Hackclaw. Her ultimate is getting a massive buff. Previously, her scan lasted 12 seconds, and scanned twice during that time. Now it's been increased to 24 seconds with 4 scans, meaning if you're nearby, there's almost no escaping her detection. And that's not all. Her data knife will now show a line pointing toward the enemy just like her ultimate does. If 2 enemies are camping behind a door, you'll actually see 2 lines, making her incredibly strong inside buildings. It's pretty safe to assume this buff was added in preparation for her upcoming ultimate Hackclaw skin. Tempest is also getting a huge buff. Her ultimate cooldown has been reduced from 120 seconds to just 70 seconds. But the best part is that her ultimate pullback distance has increased from 60 meters to 100 meters, with the max distance now being 110 meters. This means she can place her anchor much further away, and when she gets knocked,
That's an MK47. What the fuck?
she actually has a real
Give me
chance
that.
to revive herself before enemies can finish her off.
Best believe
On
I'm
top of
maining
that,
that.
the pullback speed of her ropes has also been increased, making her even more effective in actual combat. These are the biggest changes players noticed during the beta test, but we'll see even more tweaks in the final version once the official patch notes drop. And one more thing, Luna's face model has been updated. This is how she looks now. So what do you guys think? Do you prefer the new look or the old one? Now it's time to go over the new weapons and their stats, along with some of the weapon balance changes. Let's start with the MK47 assault rifle. This gun features both automatic and burst fire modes, with a base damage of 40, similar to the AKM. It has 46 armor penetration and uses 7.62 by 39mm rounds. The best part is that when it's built properly, it has almost no recoil, meaning those 7.62 rounds are going to hit really hard. This weapon is shaping up to be a definite meta pick in Season 6. Next, we have the lever-action rifle, also known as the Marlin, which falls under the marksman category.
I would have used it still if it wasn't meta.
It has a base damage of 70 and 25 armor penetration, so at first glance, it looks more like a mid-tier weapon. But here's where it gets interesting. It has two special attachments. The first boosts its damage to 100, while the second increases armor penetration to 59 and raises base damage to 75. This makes the weapon a lot scarier, because with the right setup, it can one-tap players to the head at ranges up to 180 meters, assuming equal level helmets. It also only takes 2 chest shots to down a target. With the second attachment, the weapon can shoot much faster, but it becomes less effective at long range. That said, don't underestimate it. Within 20 meters, this gun can drop any target with just 2 shots. On top of that, it comes with its own unique scope, making it even more versatile. Next, let's move on to the weapon balance changes. The AS Val is getting a new barrel option that reduces its range by 5 and slightly nerfs its handling and accuracy. However, its base damage increases from 29 to 37. The catch is that with this barrel equipped, the weapon can only fire in burst mode. So it's not the best option unless your aim is really precise. The K437 is getting a new muzzle called the FFC Dual Flowstopper. Name may not be final. This attachment greatly reduces recoil and improves firing stability. It works somewhat like the Titanium Contest muzzle brake we already have. In addition, there's a new grip for all assault rifles. While it slightly increases recoil and handling, the trade-off is that it unlocks a brand new attachment slot. This grip provides +8 recoil reduction and +4 stability, which massively helps control recoil across the entire AR class. The SR25 is taking a big hit. Its base range has been reduced from 90 meters to 60 meters, which is a significant nerf. However, with the right attachments, it can still reach up to 152 meters. The M250 is getting buffed again. Its titanium long barrel's abdominal damage multiplier has been reverted from 0.7 back to 0.9, as it was before the previous nerf. To balance things out, its overall recoil has been reduced by 5 points. The M4 is getting a nice buff as well, with its base damage increasing from 29 to 32. Meanwhile, the SKS is receiving a base damage boost from 44 to 48, probably because it's one of the least used weapons right now. Finally, the QJB is getting a major change to its short barrel, which now comes with reduced trigger delay. With this, you can basically use it like an assault rifle, even when running a large magazine. This might make it even stronger than the M250 in Season 6. Next, we have some brand new items coming in Season 6, along with their in-game look. Even though we don't have inspect animations for the latest red tier items, we are getting some new ones for already existing reds. Also, now you can rotate the Heart of Africa while inspecting it to see it from different angles. After waiting 2 full seasons, we are finally getting the loot protection system with the new update. Here's how it works. If you get a kill or assist on an enemy, you'll have permission to open that player's box and loot it as usual. Damage dealt with certain operator skills will also count as an assist. If you didn't contribute to the kill in any way, you won't be able to open the box right away. However, if you revive a teammate, you'll instantly gain access to all of their kill boxes. The system itself can be toggled on or off in the settings, and you can even customize it, turning it on for random teammates while keeping it off for friends. There's more to it as well. If a player hasn't contributed to the kill, they'll either have to wait 120 seconds or until the rightful owner finishes looting. Alternatively, they can request permission from the owner, and if granted, they'll be allowed to loot. The developers have emphasized that this system is still not finalized and will continue to evolve based on community feedback, so our input will play a key role in making it perfect. In addition, we're also getting a brand new feature, the ability to steal other players' missions. High-value missions like Wallbreaker in Zero Dam or Doctor Extraction in Brakesh have always been frustrating if other people grabbed them before you, and there was no way to claim the contract yourself, even if you eliminated the squad running them. With the upcoming update, that's finally changing. Now, if you take out the squad holding the mission, you can pick up the contract from their loot and continue the mission on your own. On top of that, loot is being increased in Space City Hard Mode and Brakesh Hard Mode. It's still unclear whether the global version will receive Brakesh Hard Mode, but we do know that several high-risk areas are getting new high-value safes. At the same time, the minimum gear requirement for both maps is being raised, 550,000 for Brakesh and 600,000 for Space City. Normal modes remain unchanged, still requiring a 187,500 gear value for entry. In addition, a brand new gear ticket tier called Special is being introduced, which carries a 780,000 gear value. With this ticket, players can access any hard difficulty map, including the highly challenging Tide Prison. And also, the Elite Gear ticket value has also been increased to 550,000 with some enhancements to loadouts. Next, we need to talk about the new Warden Groth coming to the prison, along with the brand new missions tied to him. You've probably already seen the Warden's trailer, so I won't dive too much into his background, but the real focus here is the two new high-value missions that come with him. Raven is essentially a prisoner under the Warden, and the Warden's role is to protect the prison by keeping him locked up. As GTI operatives, however, our objective is to eliminate both of them, and to make that possible, we get to pick a side. You can ally with the Warden to help him kill Raven, or side with Raven to take down the Warden. But here's the twist. Once one is defeated, your ally immediately turns against you. For example, if you choose the Warden's side, all prison guards will temporarily become your allies, helping you fight Raven. But as soon as Raven is down, the Warden turns hostile and unleashes his massive health pool on you. The smart move is to let him take as much damage as possible while fighting Raven, making your job easier afterward. The same logic applies if you side with Raven instead. Each mission rewards 80,000 alloys upon completion, and siding with Raven also gives you a chance to earn the rare Tears of Ocean. But make no mistake, these are high-risk missions. The biggest danger isn't just the boss you're fighting, but the likelihood of being third-partied by another squad while in the middle of the chaos. I'll be breaking down these missions further and showcasing the full details once the global test version goes live on the 16th. Finally, we have a complete overhaul of seasonal missions, drastically improving the overall experience of earning the 3x3 safe container. In past seasons, players often complained about getting stuck on a single difficult mission for too long, not being able to unlock new ones without completing the old, or everyone rushing the same missions at the start of the season, making them unnecessarily hard. On top of that, the toughest missions were usually placed at the very end, and mission randomness often felt poorly aligned. To address all of these pain points, the new system gives players the ability to choose the missions they want. Seasonal missions are now divided into 3 categories: Action, Collector, and Destiny. Action missions include the main tasks along with side quests, and you can pick the side missions that best suit your playstyle. Collector missions refresh daily, and you only need to complete 2 of them to meet the requirement. Destiny contracts are the toughest of the bunch, but the good news is you only need to complete 2 to progress. And the Destiny contract missions will be available from the start, and you can do all 3 types of contracts at the same time, making things much easier. Once you acquire the 3x3 safe box, you'll be able to inspect it directly in-game, and for players who enjoy an extra challenge, completing all the Destiny contracts will grant you the golden 3x3 safe box for the entire season. It's great to see these improvements finally being made, since many players had given up on seasonal missions in the past, due to how frustrating they were. Now, even casual gamers will have a fair shot at unlocking the 3x3 container without feeling stuck or left behind. Next, we're getting some optimizations for the mobile version in Operations mode, starting with a brand new option for slide jumping. This makes movement much smoother and easier to perform thanks to the newly added settings. In addition, HRTF audio settings are being introduced to mobile, allowing players to hear footsteps more clearly and identify the exact direction of sounds with greater accuracy. Ambient sound handling has also been improved. The game will now make a more natural distinction between indoor and outdoor environments across all versions. For PC players, the update will bring multi-channel audio output support, which greatly improves adaptability and performance for multi-channel audio devices. Moving on to the Warfare side of things, they have announced October as Warfare Month, and they are releasing 5 new Warfare modes along with the brand new map Fault, including the fighter jets. The jet we are getting is the F-35B renamed as the F-45A, and I've already shared gameplay footage on the channel for you to check out. Next, we have the new Warfare map Fault, and it isn't that large as it only has 3 objective points in attack and defense mode, and I've also shared full gameplay on that as well. As for game modes, we are getting Team Deathmatch, which is an 8 versus 8 fight where the first team to reach 100 kills wins, and you can even drop a guided missile for just 6,000 points, but no vehicles are allowed in this mode. Then we have Knife Only mode, where you battle 8 more players with melee combat, and the first team to get 100 eliminations secures the win, but you can use operator skills and gadgets. Next is Ground and Air Raid, where you can take on dogfights as much as you want in a King of the Hill style match, currently available on Fault, Cyclone, and Ascension. We are also getting a Luna Only mode where people have to fight using only compound bows. They also mentioned the addition of a Sniper Only mode and a Pistol Only mode, which we can expect to see in the next season. On top of that, there are several new enhancements coming to the Victory Unite mode. Players will now have the ability to choose their role during the preparation phase, making teams more organized and aligned from the start. This makes it much easier for the commander to manage the squad while still allowing you to play your favorite role, whether you prefer vehicles, support as a medic, or taking on an aggressive attacker role. Another new feature allows any player to communicate directly with the commander for 100 points. This could be extremely helpful in emergencies or during critical situations, but to prevent abuse, the commander will have the ability to remove players from the channel if they're not contributing constructively. We're also getting 3 different turret options that can be built depending on your position: an anti-ground turret, an anti-air turret, and even a concrete bunker. And the best thing is that it only costs just 100 points, which is a steal. These turrets have unlimited ammo but require a reload delay, so they can't be spammed continuously. They can only be built outdoors, not inside buildings. The bunker in particular looks very powerful since it's heavily reinforced, requiring significant firepower to destroy, and comes equipped with a mounted machine gun to hold off attackers. In addition, a new ranking system is being introduced with multiple titles you can earn as you progress. Commanders will also be getting their own special badge, setting them apart from the rest of the team. Now, for something Warfare fans will really appreciate, a new free grindable camo series. These camos can be unlocked by completing kill challenges for all 58 weapons in the game. While the challenges can also be completed in operations, it will be much easier to finish them in Warfare mode. On top of that, once you unlock the standard camos for 16 weapons, you'll gain access to Mastery Camo challenges, which are tougher but reward exclusive skins for weapons like the CI-19, AUG, and Vector.
You hear that, Leah? Are you still awake? You heard that?
Once you unlock the standard camos for 16 weapons, you'll gain access to Mastery Camo challenges, which are tougher but reward exclusive skins for weapons like the CI-19, AUG, and Vector. Lastly, a series of optimizations are being made to vehicle handling on mobile, including the introduction of Vehicle Aim Assist, which will make aiming and shooting far smoother and more precise. And that wraps up all the major Warfare updates. Now let's move on to the cosmetic side of things. First up, we have the brand new Mandelbrick weapon series. Unlike the past 2 seasons, this time we're only getting one main weapon through Mandelbricks, the M7 Battle Rifle. It comes with the same Spectrum Blitz skin we first saw back in Season 1 for the M4 Assault Rifle, but the updated version includes some noticeable design improvements. Here's a look at some of its best in-game variations. Next, the long-awaited Arknights collab. Ultimate skin for Hackclaw will officially release on September 26th for the global version, with the Chinese version getting it 1 week earlier on September 19th. Alongside that, several previous Ultimate skins are getting visual upgrades. For example, the Luna Skyline skin now has enhanced Volt Arrow effects, plus improved visuals for both her Volt Arrow and Recon Arrow. Zoya's Ultimate skin is also receiving a big refresh. Her gas grenade color has been changed, all of her skill effects have been improved, and her execution and in-game animations now feature the Exusii Vector skin. On top of that, the Hackclaw Inky Reflection skin is being updated with improved trail effects for her data knife and signal decoder, along with upgraded VFX. Moving on to the Battle Pass preview, this season's highlight reward is a legendary skin for Seneva, while the new Operator Raptor will be available at Tier 15 of the free track, just like in previous seasons. We're also getting a Saw collaboration this
Seneva
season.
finally getting
The
a
first
skin.
collab item is a legendary melee skin for the
Saw.
knife, which will be available at launch
What
on
the
September
heck?
23rd. The bundle will cost 5,200 Delta tickets or coins, and here's a look at its gameplay showcase. Later in the season, at the end of October, we'll also be getting a Saw collab Operator skin, a legendary character skin possibly for D-Wolf. Keep in mind this is not an ultimate, but it's still a free unlock, which is a nice bonus.
Free?
For charms, we're getting
What
a
the
Goose
hell?
Goose Duck collaboration series featuring several fun Turbic charm skins. There's also another Goose Goose Duck collab bundle coming through an event called Strange Eggs, which will be free to claim and includes weapon appearances for the Ash 12, QJB201, and QCQ171. And that's everything confirmed for Season 6 from the recent Chinese livestream. Do note that there are a few exclusive anniversary events for the Chinese version, including one that rewards 3,900 free Delta tickets. That's because the Chinese one-year anniversary was on August 26th. For the global release, our own anniversary celebration will arrive next season, as the global launch was on December 5th. Thank you so much for watching until the end. This video took me over 20 hours to create, including all the translation work that went into it, so I really appreciate all the support you can give on this one. Until next time, take care and happy gaming.
Alright. We just hit 13 hours. I'm ending the stream there. 13-hour stream is long enough. It's way more than long enough. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there. I will catch y'all later. Maybe I'll stream later on. I don't know. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna wake up late as hell, so I doubt it. But yeah, I will catch y'all later. Until next time. Peace.